Alright, so today I'm gonna show you my entire music collection, which is just my vinyl and CDs. And that's probably what I might show. And maybe my CD players, which probably doesn't really matter, so probably just the vinyl and CDs. So first, I always start off with the vinyl since I don't have that much of that. So I'm gonna go grab it. So you might see this a lot. I might pick it up, show it, and then put it back down because I can't really cut out the video because I don't really have a computer or editing thing to do stuff like that. So this might be a long video, but I just really wanted to do this because it's something for me to upload because I haven't uploaded in about 4 months. And the last thing I uploaded was my Metallica CDs, so I can show you basically my entire collection. So how about I go grab them? Now the vinyl I'm gonna show you isn't really every single vinyl I have. I just want to show the ones I really want to show. So let's start off with Black Sabbath Paranoid. It's a pretty cool one. Their best album in my opinion, but Master of Reality is pretty good, and so is their first one, but this one's my favorite album by them. So there's Black Sabbath. This is my Pantera vinyl. It's kind of rare, but it could be a reissue, I don't know. But this is Power Metal. This is their 4th album. People might say that their old stuff is pretty bad, but I really like it. It's pretty cool. And I might show you the inside because I really don't find this a lot in a record store. So here's this. You can pause the video if you want to read it. And this is what it looks like. It's red colored. But I gotta put this down real quick so I can put it back in its thing. Or in its cover, whatever. Oh. The next one is Master of Puppets by Metallica. I have 3 Metallica vinyls, or vinyl, whatever. Oh, get it. Get like saying vinyls because you don't really call them that, you call them vinyl, but I don't really talk about it a lot. But this is a good album to have on vinyl. And here we got their second album, Ride the Lightning. It's my favorite one. It's got the best songs on it, like Fight Fire with Fire, Ride the Lightning, which is my favorite one. For Whom the Bell Tolls, great bass intro from Cliff. And we got Fade to Black. Second side, Trapped Under Ice, is pretty underrated. Escape, probably a good song, just not really as good as the others. Creeping Death, pretty good. I'm trying to learn that on guitar. And The Call of Cthulhu, good song. Here we got a live album. A few days before Cliff died, September 21st, 1986. Next we got my favorite Led Zeppelin album, Led Zeppelin 2. I love this album. I love every single song on it, and it will always be my favorite. Next is a really, really, really old one. I got it from my grandma, but it's probably a very, very rare one from, I don't know what year, because My grandma is about 70-something years old, and she probably got this when it came out. The Beatles 65. Very old. Smells old too. And time to go start on my CDs. First, I'm gonna start with, you know, Metallica. So let me go grab those. And if I take a long time, that's because I'm trying not to drop everything, because I really do not want to break any of this. So what I do with my Metallica ones, I get it from the first to the oldest, but in the closet, that's where I keep them. It's from oldest to, newest to oldest, whatever. But just so I can save myself time from having to shuffle through it to get it back to how I have it in the place I keep it, I put it from their first album all the way to the last album I have of them right now. Don't really have a lot of live albums. I only got 2 of their live albums, and I'm trying to complete every single album. I'm probably gonna get the new album soon. But these are my Metallica ones. I think you've seen them before. I got some new ones. I'm not gonna say anything about them to save time because I talk a lot. These 2, I lost their cases because these are my dad's, and I just printed the photo of the album and put them in these. This, I had the same problem, but I went to a store and bought it like this so I don't have to worry about it. Then we got S&M. Great live album. I like this one more than the first one. The second one. If I say some weird things or if I say something differently, just know I don't really know why, but my mind doesn't really want to say what it's supposed to because I get nervous talking, even if it's by myself, just like that. Next we got Saint Anger. Everyone hates this album, and you might hear me try to turn off everything because, like I said, I'm not really prepared. So if you hear noises, please just understand that I don't edit my videos. I just record, and that's about it. So I'm wasting time. So Saint Anger, pretty underrated. People need to start liking this album because it's pretty good. I like it, but not as good as their first 3 with Cliff. Next we got Some Kind of Monster. This one, it was very hard for me to find, at least. I found it at the same store I found this one. Here we got Death Magnetic. I wish it said the title, but it just doesn't come like that. But yes, this is Death Magnetic. Here we got Lulu. This one I found on the internet somewhere, but people really hate this album. I think it's okay, but it does have a good song with Lou Reed. But it's okay, but y'all need to quit hating on these albums. They're okay. This one's better than Lulu though. Beyond Magnetic are just the songs that didn't make it on Death Magnetic. Hardwired to Self-Destruct. It's pretty good. I like Spit Out the Bone. And then we got S&M 2. The reason I haven't really opened the albums is because I don't really feel like wasting enough time, because I spend a very long time doing these and I just sit there and show everything, but I might not do that, but I might do this again. So if I do that again, I might make it longer just so you can see everything. But the first Metallica album I ever bought was the Black Album, or their self-titled album called Metallica. People said they sold out when they did the album, but it's good. I mean, I like Wolfman Man. Right now, we're gonna show my Limp Bizkit and Korn albums. The reason I'm doing like Korn and Limp Bizkit is because I had to move them so I can get my Metallica one, so it would be a great idea to just do that. So if you hear a noise, that's just I'm trying to stack them so I can show every single one, because it's just what I do. Instead of keeping them in the order I don't want them in, I just want to show them. Here we got Korn's first album. Then we got their second album. We got Follow the Leader. I like All in the Family, it's pretty good. Issues. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called Trash. I'm not saying the album's trash. I mean, there is a song called Trash on the album. It's the third song. If I can fix it. There we go. Limp Bizkit's first album. $3 bill, y'all. Got some good guitar work. Here we got Significant Others. Got some good guitar work from West Borland, but not as good as Chocolate Starfish and Hot Dog Flavored Water. I like the song Hot Dog, My Generation, Rollin', and what's that song called? I think it's called Full Nelson. I don't know. I like the first half of the song. Alright, time to go get my Slipknot ones, and then I'm going to show my Van Halen ones. Oh, I think I did that last time on accident. I don't have every Slipknot album. I only got like 2 or 3 more left. And then I'm going to start working on the EPs or live albums. But here we got the first album. And we got Iowa. These 2 are the best ones they've ever made. And they can never make something as good as these 2. I keep forgetting this album's name. The Subliminal Verses got some good songs like Dutality. I forget that song's name. I know it's got the V in it. And before I forget, just know some of the songs I can't really say them because I don't want to sound like an idiot and say it wrong. All Hope Is Gone was the first album I ever heard. Psychosocial, I think, was my first Slipknot song, but I mean, I've been listening to this stuff since I was a child. And I might show the albums over here too, just because I want to show my entire collection. Here we got their new album. This is the newest one I bought. I'm trying to get, what are the albums called? I know they got, I think it's .5, The Great Chapter, and We Are Not Your Kind. That's the ones I need to get in my collection, and then I'll have all their studio albums. Next, we got Van Halen, my favorite band that I like to listen to because of the guitar work, and I'm not really a fan of Sammy Hagar stuff, but let me go get that, and then I'll move on to the others. Just know, if this doesn't upload, I'm gonna be very mad, but I'm gonna do what I can, because last time I made a long video, I mean, they do pretty good. I mean, 20 minutes, I got like 17,000, I guess, but I'm not really a big YouTube person. I mostly post on TikTok. I get somewhat good, but I'm mostly on there instead of here. I mean, I watch videos on here, I just don't post a lot, but when I do, I try to make it as good as I can. Even if it doesn't get a lot of views, I'll still watch them myself. But I mean, I try to do what I can. I mean, most of the time I just watch these because I like looking at my stuff, because I'll buy music more than I buy other things, because I really listen to the music and I like looking at the album covers and everything. But the only thing I don't like about the videos I do like this is when I don't open it and look at every single thing, but I can do that here. Right, instead of wasting time, I need to show the albums, but I need to blow my nose real quick because I'm kind of sick, but I'm getting better. I just have a runny nose. So if you hear that, sorry, but I might try to go to the corner of my room so it's not really as loud. So I'll do that real quick. Or I'll just shut myself in the closet real quick. Oh, and another thing, I might show my cassettes, but they're not really mine. I don't really buy cassettes, so I don't really know if I'm going to show those or not, but if I do, I do. Alright, here we got Van Halen's first album. Every single song in the album is perfect. Especially Eruption. That has got to be the best guitar solo you will ever hear in your life. And the tapping part is the only thing I know how to play. Van Halen 2, another great album. You got You're No Good, Dance the Night Away, Bottoms Up, Give Me a Doctor. There's a lot of good songs on here. But my two favorite albums have got to be Women and Children first, and The Cradle Will Rock is a good song. Everybody Wants Some. My favorite song is Fools. I like the guitar in it. Take Your Whiskey Home is pretty good too. Overall, good album. Another great album is Fair Warning. Every song is good, just like Women and Children first. Mean Street's got a good guitar beginning, and Unchained's pretty heavy. Center Swing is pretty good. I like the lyrics to it. But overall, their first four albums are great. This one is the only bad David Lee Roth album. I mean, it's got some good songs, but my favorite's gotta be Little Guitars. I mean, I love everything about that song. 1984, amazing album, but it was their final one with David Lee Roth for a while. And then we got great songs like Jump, Panama, Drop Dead Legs, Hot for Teacher, and House of Pain. And then we got 5150. It's a good album, but I don't really like Sammy Hagar. But the best song off the album is Best of Both Worlds, in my opinion. OU812 was my first Van Halen album. I just found it sitting around in the store, so I just picked it up because I really wanted to get some Van Halen. It's the only one I saw. And then I went to another store and found Van Halen, the first album. Then I found their second album and Divers Down. And then I found the rest in one store. Next we got 4 Unlawful Carnal Knowledge. I got some good songs, but my favorites, Top of the World. Then we got Right Here, Right Now. It's a good live album, but I mean the best thing off of the album is when they played 316, because they played Eruption on it too, and it was great. Balance, it's got only a couple good songs, but my favorite's gotta be, I forgot what it's called. Is it called, I think it's called Can't Stop Loving You. I can't really read it because the back is really scratched up kinda, but it's okay. This is a compilation. It's got 2 songs that David Lee Roth was on. Van Halen 3 is their worst album, but the album cover is pretty cool. The only good song is Without You, but overall it's pretty bad. Then we got another compilation that's got some other songs that they've never published except on here that I know of. And then we got Different Kind of Truth, their last studio album. I'm pretty sure if it's a studio album, then it is. If it's not, sorry. The good songs on here is Tattoo, Chinatown, and Bullet Head. I mean, everything else is pretty good, but not my favorite. Alright, next is AC/DC. I don't really have a lot of those, but my favorite era is Bon Scott. If you can tell, I'll show you. But first I need to fix these real quick because I don't want them to fall, because I do not want these breaking at all. The only thing I might do is, real quick, I might show you the other albums in my closet real quick, just because I don't want to get those out. The only ones I want to get out are the ones like right there, right here, and over there. So the ones I'm going to show you are just the ones that are sitting around. These are my parents', because half of these are theirs. The ones over here are mine. These 2 I just recorded. These are cassettes. I don't know which ones are in there. The ones back here are the ones that are not mine. Right here are just compilations. So right here, and right here are the ones I'm going to show. These are just also some random albums that I might not show, but I know I got Nickelback in there. One Queen album, it's called The Miracle. Stone Temple Pilots, Styx, Blind Melon, and this is a Pantera album, but it's pretty scratched up, so I had to buy something else, but I'll show you it later. But these are my greatest hits albums, like ZZ Top, Chicago, Elvis, some random stuff in there, but I might not. I'm probably ain't gonna show those, so I'm just gonna show these. Alright, so these are my other vinyls, and there's some more CDs in here, but I'm not gonna show those because I don't really care for them. And I'm gonna show the ones over here, but don't mind the mess. I need to clean it up. So let me show you my AC/DC ones real quick. If you heard that, that's just me trying to get them in order to how I need them. This is their first album. It's pretty good. Not as good as the other album I'm about to show. The only songs I like is It's a Long Way to the Top, TNT, and High Voltage. And also another good song is Can I Sit Next to You, Girl? Pretty good. I need to listen to the rest of it because I only listened to a few of those songs from my dad. Then we got Dirty Deeds, Done Dirt Cheap. My favorite Bon Scott album is this one, or I'll show you the other one in a minute. But we got some amazing songs, like the title track, Love at First Feel, Big Balls, Rockers, my favorite, and Ain't No Fun. The other songs I don't really like as much, but they're good. Let There Be Rock. The only songs I like is Dog Eat Dog, Let There Be Rock, Overdose, and A Whole Lot of Rosie. I like Exodus' cover of Overdose. This one's another great album. My favorite song off the album is not Highway to Hell, but it's good. I like it. My favorite song is either Girls Got Rhythm or Walk All Over You. Night Prowler's pretty good too. Next we got Back in Black. I say Black and Black for some reason because I'm looking up this word. The good songs on here is Hell's Bells, Shoot the Thrill, Back in Black, You Shook Me All Night Long, and Shake a Leg. I mean, I like the entire album, but that's about it. And this one are some Bon Scott songs. It's called 74 Jailbreak. Jailbreak's the only song I like on here. I haven't really listened to the others, and I probably should. This is a compilation. The only song that's not is Who Made Who. But the rest of the songs are good ones. Ball Breaker. This I just put in here because I don't know where the case was. It was just sitting in a case, sitting somewhere. This is Black Ice. I keep seeing this in a Walmart for some reason. And then I just bought it at another store because it was way cheaper. And instead of wasting like, I don't know how many dollars, say probably like $8. And Rocker Bust. Found this sitting in a convenience store or whatever it's called for $2. But it's a good album. Alright, so I'm gonna grab my Pantera ones, but they're on a stack with random albums because when I get a set of albums, I put them together, but it's also got my Ozzy albums and my Black Sabbath, so I'm gonna go grab that real quick. And then we're gonna get 2 more stacks out of the back, and then I will show the ones over here. And I'm so glad I didn't hit the end record button because my finger about hit it because my body shakes pretty badly, and I'll hit a button. What I'm trying not to do is trip because I should have just grabbed them. Not how I did. Alright, so first I'm going to show my Pantera ones. And then Ozzy, because see, they're like in a stack. So, let me show you my Pantera ones. First I'm going to start with the first album all the way to the other thing I got at the top. I don't know if it's an album or not. I think it's an EP. And most, like 5 of the albums are like in a box set, so I'll show you that. First, we got their first album, Metal Magic. It's pretty great. And I've listened to all of their albums, so I know which ones I like. I like Widowmaker, Ride My Rocket, Tell Me If You Want It. Basically every single song on this album is great, except Nothing On But The Radio. I really need to listen to that one more. Alright, next we got Projects in the Jungle, their second album. You know what, I might open them just because it's kind of different from the others. And what it looks like is like a record, kind of, if you can see that. But everything else I'm not going to open, I'm just going to show you and flip it to the other side. Alright, this one is their second album, Projects in the Jungle. My favorite songs are All Over Tonight, Like Fire, Projects in the Jungle, Heavy Metal Rules, and Killers. I need to listen more to this album because I've only listened to the whole thing and I need to listen to them individually. Alright, next is my favorite album with Terry Glaze on the vocals because their first three albums have not Phil Anselmo, Terry Glaze, I Am the Night. And look at how different they look, and that's Terry Glaze right there. And then there's Vinny, Dime, and Rex. And my favorite songs are Hot and Heavy, I Am the Night, Onward We Rock, Down Below, Come On Eyes, Valhalla, and Forever Tonight. I like every single song on this one. Pretty good. But my favorite album from their glam metal days is Power Metal. This is their first album with Phil Anselmo. I think I've showed you this on vinyl in the beginning. But this has got the best songs that I like. This one more than Cowboys. Don't hate me for that, but there's a reason. Every single song is just great. The guitar work is awesome. Vinny was killing it on the drums. And Phil had those high-pitched screams, which were the best thing you would ever hear. It's pretty more than Cowboys. I like every single song, especially PST88, which got Dimebag on the vocals. And these are their glam metal albums, if you want to take a closer look at the album covers. These were the hardest thing to find. They took a month to get to my house because I had to ship them all the way from Turkey because these are the hardest thing to find. This one only took a week because I found it on a different website and then I read where it's shipping from, so this one was easier to get to. Now this is a box set. It's got all of their albums that they did when they changed up their sound. Because you got Cowboys, Vulgar, Far Beyond Dread, The Great Southern Trendkill, and Reinventing the Steel. Thank God I didn't say Hellbound because that's a song on that album. I'm sorry, I gotta blow my nose again. It's because I really need to blow it just so I can talk and not sound weird. Alright, let's continue. I'm gonna open it up. I might not show what the CDs look like. I mean, they're kind of different because they show the record company that signed them, like Atco and stuff like that. This is the album that got them recognized, Cowboys from Hell. My favorite songs are Cowboys from Hell, Primal Concrete Sludge, Psycho, Holiday, Hershey, Cemetery Gates, Domination, and Shattered, and also The Art of Shredding. Now, Vulgar, Display of Power, has got most of my favorite songs, like Mouth for War, A New Level, Walk. The fourth song, This Love, Rise, and Regular People. And this song was put on the 20th anniversary part of the album, if you bought that version. Alright, next we got Far Beyond Driven. I'm starting to like this album. My favorite songs are Strength, Beyond Strength, Becoming Feminist, Alone Unbroken, Good Friends, and a Bottle of Pills, and Planet Carven, which is a Black Sabbath song that they covered. Then we got The Great Southern Trendkill, which is also pretty good. The songs I like is The Great Southern Trendkill, Drag the Waters, Suicide Note, Part 1 and 2, and Floods, and The Underground in America. The Underground in America is a pretty underrated song. I think you should listen to it. Next, we got Reinventing the Steel. The songs I like are Hellbound. The second song, because I don't really want to say those words because I can't really say them yet. Revolution Is My Name, Death Rattle, and I'll Cast a Shadow. Now, these are their studio albums from their groove metal sound. And the other album is just a EP. It's called Walk, which is a song from Vulgar. And it's got 4 of the songs from Vulgar. And I found it at a store for a very cheap price because I could not find that one anywhere. And I need to find the other Walk EP because it's got 6 songs on it. And it's got 2 live songs from Cowboys. Alright, next is my Ozzy albums. I don't have every single Ozzy album. These are his solo albums, and I'll show you the ones I got. So, I'm gonna grab a stool real quick because I really need to sit down because my legs get tired. This might be an hour long. I'm sorry if it is, but I'm just talking so much and I need to probably be quiet. Alright. Hopefully I don't get hair on the case. But I might not be as high because I'm sitting down. We got his first album, Blizzard of Oz. Great songs. People only know Crazy Train, but the song I really like off the album is either Mr. Crowley or No Bone Movies. I need to listen to the entire album because sometimes I only listen to a few songs if it comes up on a shuffle. Next, we got Diary of a Madman, the final album with Randy Rhoads. My favorite songs are Over the Mountain, Flying High Again, and Tonight. I need to listen to the others. Next, we got Bark of the Moon, which is with his new guitarist. I forgot what his name is called, but the songs I like off the album are Bark of the Moon and Rock and Roll Rebel. I need to listen to the others because sometimes these songs are pretty good and I just don't listen to them. Next, we got The Ultimate Sin. My favorite songs off the album is Shot in the Dark, the title track, and Full Like You. Next, we got Tribute, which is a tribute to Randy Rhoads. It's a live album. And it's got some Black Sabbath covers in it. Next, we got No Rest for the Wicked. It's the first album with, what's his name? Zakk Wylde. My favorite songs is Miracle Man, Devil's Daughter, and Bloodbath in Paradise. I know, listen to the others. Alright, next we got No More Tears. I need to show the album cover. My favorite songs are Mr. Tinker Train, of course, Mama, I'm Coming Home, No More Tears, and Hellraiser. And also Zombie Stomp, because it's pretty good. Alright, there's my Ozzy albums. Next is Black Sabbath, because they're all in the stack. And the only Black Sabbath album that's not in that stack is, I won't say what it is because I'm going to go put it in the stack, because I only got 3 Black Sabbath albums. Sorry if I'm talking so much, but I don't want to say why, because then it'd be kind of stupid, because I feel like everyone has it at this point. And then if I don't say it, then I'm going to sound like an idiot, but I won't say it because I don't want to say anything about it, because I don't want to. Alright, the Black Sabbath albums I have are the first 2 albums, and one of them's a compilation. So then first we got their first album, Black Sabbath. The songs I like is the title track and the third song, because it's got 3 songs in one, but I like Nib. Next we got Paranoid. I like every single song on this album, especially Electric Funeral. And see how it says Planet Carbon? You might have saw that on the Far Beyond Driven if you were looking at it, if I showed it without going like this. Next we got this. It's called the Ultimate Collection. I found it at a Walmart. I don't know why I bought it there, but I did. But it's got all my favorite songs on it, so it doesn't matter. The reason I opened it is because I just wanted to show the inside, because all you do is flip it open. It's got all the songs with, well, not every single song, but most of them. I can actually listen to the Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath song and Sweet Leaf and stuff like that. And, of course, Nib. If you want to listen to most of these songs, then just buy this. But it might be a lot expensive on vinyl, but... Alright, next is Slayer. Hope these don't do anything wrong, because their album covers are pretty demonic, but, oh man, I bought them anyways, even though I don't know if it matters about my religion, but I'm a Christian, and I don't really think my parents really wanted me to buy it, but I didn't care. I bought it anyways, because I like Slayer. And I need to find their other albums, because I like them. The only albums I got is Raining Blood. My favorite songs are Angel of Death, Raining Blood, Criminally Insane, and Piece by Piece. And I've actually listened to the entire album in one car ride. And I've also listened to this whole album, South of Heaven. This is my favorite one, because you got South of Heaven, great song to start off the album. Silent Scream is pretty good. Live Undead, I forgot how that one goes, because I haven't really listened to the album in a very long time. I mean, I still listen to it, only listen to my favorite songs. Behind the Crooked Cross is my favorite. Mandatory Suicide is another good one. I mean, kind of sounds like Master of Puppets a little bit, but didn't everything sound like that? Ghost of Warriors is pretty good, and everything else is good, but I hope the album covers don't do anything wrong about anything, because they're just album covers. Alright, I gotta make another stack, kind of, so I can... Alright, Iron Maiden, I'm gonna probably start collecting those, or I might start collecting Megadeth. I don't know, I'm probably gonna buy a lot of albums, and I might have too many, but this video is already almost an hour longer. It could be an hour, so whatever. Here we go, The Number of the Beast. I think their first album with Bruce Dickinson. My favorite song is The Number of the Beast. I was listening to it on something at school, and teacher yelled at me, but I don't care. I like the song. Next we got Power Slave. Great album. The songs on the album are great. I heard this entire album except for Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, or whatever that's called. I don't know. But every single song's good. I need to listen to that last one. And now these two albums are, well, one of them's an album. The second one's just a compilation. This is Lamb of God's newest album, Omens. I think my favorite song's gotta be Ditch or Omens. And this is the very beast of Dio, or best, or whatever. My favorite songs are Stand Up and Shout, or Rainbow in the Dark, and The Last in Line. I really need to hear more. And that's about it with this stack. So now I need to go get my stack with Guns N' Roses, and then my other stack with, I think, I'm gonna just say the ones with Nirvana and the Beatles. So I'm gonna go grab those. And then I can move on to these, and then I can be done. And probably go to bed because I'm tired. And real quick, I don't really want to show my entire wall because I don't like it. I'm just gonna try and get up close as I can to it, but it's a Metallica thing. I just wanted to show that real quick. Alright, now I'm gonna go get the other stack and move on. Fucking get off from where I'm at. So, yeah, my throat's probably gonna be sore from talking so much. But whatever. Alright, let's see what I can do. What I'm probably gonna do is move some of these somewhere because I really need to get the other stack, and it's in front of the ones I just grabbed. But I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move these over here. And I'll leave my Pantera ones nearby because I care about these the most because I spent money on these a lot. But time to go get the others. Alright, so what I'm going to do is put them in a pile of each. I'm going to put Guns N' Roses in one pile, Aerosmith in the other, and keep the others all in a random stack because I might show those first just because I want to be done with these because these are the hardest ones to put back. So what I'm going to do is show like the ones that don't even have a lot of albums. So these are just, I'm just gonna show this stack real quick and then I'll show these. So first we got Pearl Jam Unplugged. I found this sitting somewhere and I just bought it because most of these albums, like the Unplugged, are pretty good. And this is the only Pearl Jam album I have besides this one, but this is a live album. This is my favorite album by them and probably always will. And we got Red Hot Chili Peppers, not the other side, I always think of that song, but Californication. Then we got this album. I'll forget the name of it, but yeah. Alright, next we got Skid Row, Slave to Grind. I want to find their other album with 18 in Life. This was my dad's first heavy metal album, but I bought this separately somewhere else. Then we got Smashing Pumpkins. I forgot the name of this album, but it's okay. Not as good as this album. Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. This is a great album. I love it. This is my only Elton John album because I don't really like him as much, but he's okay. And it's Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. And then we got The Cars, Shake It Up. Found this at another store. This is, I don't know whose that is, but I know it's somebody in my family. Alright, now, so time to put these in a stack. And now, first I'm going to start off with Aerosmith, since they're a classic band. You can't go wrong with them. First I'm just going to start off with the greatest hits. It's got every song people know, like Dream On. The same old song and dance, I don't know people know that. Sweet Emotion, Walk This Way, Back in the Saddle. Come Together is a Beatles song that they covered, which I might listen to later. Then we got Toys in the Attic, my favorite album that they made. It's got good songs on it. Done with Mirrors was an album I bought for some reason, and when I bought it, this thing just broke, and but I fixed it. I had to put it with a different one. Pump is another good one. You got Love in an Elevator, Jamie Got a Gun, and all that. It's pretty good. I need to get Permanent Vacation. I remember seeing it in the store. And Get a Grip. I don't know whose album this is. Might be my dad's. But now we got Guns N' Roses. I'm gonna put this in. And maybe once I'm done with this, I'm gonna probably take my medicine and go to bed. Alright, Guns N' Roses. First we got Appetite for Destruction. If you saw the original album cover, you'll understand why it was banned. This one's got some good songs, except for One in a Million. I mean, I like it. It's just he says the N-word, which is pretty racist. Then we got Use Your Illusion. Both of these albums are good. I think it's a double album, but either way, they're both good. And then we got this Spaghetti Incident, which is just an entire cover album, which I figured out for some reason. And then we got this compilation. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is put these at the top. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is keep these where I'm showing these, just because I need them right where they're at, because I need to get my other stack, because this is my last stack. And here, if you can see that, and that's it. But I gotta leave these right here, and I'm gonna go get the others. This is the only thing I hate about doing these, is I gotta get them all out, and then I'll worry about them falling over and breaking. So I need to be careful. It's a big stack. The only reason I hate doing this is just I got a big stack of these, and I get scared about them breaking and all that. And sometimes I get confused of which ones I showed, so I need to be quick. I'm gonna put all my Nirvana and Foo Fighters together because I don't really have a lot of Foo Fighters. It's just a compilation, but there's a lot of stuff, and so I'm gonna do them instead. It's good. I got a big stack. This has got to be my biggest stack out of all of them. So keep those right there, and keep the rest together. Alright, so first I'm just going to start off with the bottom so I can put it back. This is a Judas Priest album, so I got The Who. Who's next? Rumors. And that one. And I got Bon Jovi. I'm only showing these real quick because I don't care about them. Then we got Bruce Springsteen. Santana. And Live. Alright, so I'll put these back just so I don't have to worry about them, because this is the one thing I hate, is doing this. Alright. Alright, next we got these. Scorpions, Blackout, Rush. This is a good album. First album I ever heard by Rush. 12. The reason I'm not showing the back is because I'm trying to be, I don't really want it to be a long video. And so sorry if I don't show everything like I was in the beginning, because in the beginning I was fine. But my throat's getting sore from talking. Sorry. Because the ones I recorded for school, I didn't really talk a lot. So, sorry about that. Alright, this is the Essential of Foo Fighters. It's got 2 of the original Nirvana members, Dave Grohl and Pat Smear, and Taylor Hawkins. Rest in peace, we miss you. I don't really want to buy Foo Fighter albums right now, but I did complete all the Nirvana albums. Just now I need to worry about the Live. So we got Bleach, Nevermind, and then Cesticide, I almost called it Insidious, In Utero, Nirvana Unplugged, Best Live Performance, and this compilation, which got You Know You're Right on it. Alright, time to go put that back. Next, we got my Beatles albums, which I'm going to try and complete all the Beatles albums because I've started getting into the Beatles. I mean, I've always thought they were okay, but now I'm starting to like them a lot. So I want to get all their albums. So here we got A Hard Day's Night, Beatles for Sale, Rubber Soul, Help, which was a movie, and so was Hard Day's Night. And we got Revolver, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, the White Album, or just the Beatles, and Love is the compilation. Alright. Alright, now these are just 3 albums I have sitting around, which is Jailbreak. I forget what this one's called, but it's a good Def Leppard album. And The Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd. Alright, now I'm gonna go put those up, and then we're gonna show those. And I'm done. And sorry about that. I have 3 alarms on my phone, so didn't mean for that to happen. And yeah. Alright, so the video is already an hour, so I'm gonna be quick. When I was talking about Nirvana, I got a Nirvana song stuck in my head. It's called Floyd the Barber from Bleach. And it's pretty good. You need to listen to that guitar. Don't worry about the lyrics. Alright, now I gotta move a table because I have a table just so I can sit my stuff there. So when I'm asleep, I have stuff to sit on. Not like take a seat. I mean like so my stuff is right next to me and I can grab a drink or blow my nose. So we're done with the closet. Showed everything there. Thank God I almost ended the video on accident. Here is my big CD player that plays vinyl, cassettes, and CDs, of course. Alright, so time to move this table. I might have to move a lot of stuff, which I might just put on my amp for my drums, because I got electric drums. I don't know why I have those. And I got a empty bottle, so I might just put trash in there real quick. So sorry if you see just darkness for a minute, but you probably saw it a couple of times, maybe. I don't know. The only reason I'm doing this is just so I can move the table, because I don't feel like moving trash and then having to pick it back up. And if I take out an album on there, I might take a minute to put it back in there because it's pretty hard to put them in there. And sorry if you hear noise, it's just trash I'm putting up in a... And why do I keep forgetting I got a trash can? That's what I hate about sometimes, is I forget I have stuff to throw stuff away sometimes, but that's about it. Oh, that about fell, but if you heard that, sorry. Or if you do hear it fall. Oh, that was an AirPod. And I keep dropping things as I usually do. Alright, now I don't gotta put it on my bed. Alright, so these were the CDs I've started with for a while. So I'm gonna be on the floor now. But I'm gonna put it on my bed and then put it back. So first, we're gonna start off with Led Zeppelin. I'm gonna stand up first, and then I'm gonna work my way down. Got Led Zeppelin's first album, pretty good, not as good as the next album. And the reason I opened it is because I'm usually used to opening them, but it's because that's what I like to do. Led Zeppelin 2, my favorite album. I was talking about it on vinyl earlier. Next we got Led Zeppelin 4. I need to get Led Zeppelin 3 because that's will be this one's an album I have, but I don't know what I'm saying a little bit, because what I'm trying to say is I need to get Led Zeppelin 3 because that is my last one I need. Next we got Houses of the Holy. Pretty weird album cover, but I don't blame them. I don't know. Then we got Physical Graffiti with their own record label, Swan Song, and then you see their whatever this is. I have it on a shirt twice. Next we got, I think, Presence. I don't know, but it's this. Alright, next we got Into the Outdoor. Their final studio album, and the last album with John Bonham before he sadly passed away. Next we got Coda. These are some leftover songs that they never published, and this would be the last like album they would publish like that. Next is my Kiss albums. I don't have a lot of those, but I'm trying to. This was the first band I've ever listened to as a child that I remember. And the album I liked was, what's it called? Creatures of the Night. And my favorite song was I Love It Loud. I used to listen to it all the time. I mean, my favorite Kiss member is Gene Simmons. I mean, I loved Gene Simmons. I used to stick my tongue out. Used to try to spit blood. And when I saw Kiss in concert, it was awesome. Next, we got Hotter Than Hell. I don't want to show the back because there's two photos of something I don't really want to say because it's very weird, and it's also right there too. So if you made it this far, then just don't. If you buy it, you might see something weird. Next, we got Destroyer. This is a great album, my favorite early Kiss album. I even have the poster of it over there. I even got some Kiss guitar picks. I also had the shirt. That's how much the album, how good it was. You got Detroit Rock City, God of Thunder, Beth, Shout It Out Loud. You got some good songs on there, like King of the Nighttime World, which is kind of underrated. Next, we got Love Gun. I need to get I'm trying to get every Kiss album. This one is pretty good. I like I Stole Your Love and Shock Me and Love Gun. I might open it real quick just because I feel like it, because I might open these just because I want to show you the difference. I'll forget what that record label's called. Alright, next we got a compilation. If I don't show anything, that's just because I don't want anything happening to these, because these are the best ones. This is a compilation. It's got every song from, I don't know, not every song, but hits. I like listening to it if I want to hear some songs I don't have yet, like Calling Dr. Love. I need to get that album. It's not called Dr. Love, but I know. This is a solo album. I need to get the 3 out of, I got 1 out of the 4. And it's Ace Frehley, because his solo album is good. I like his solo album. I would listen to it all the time. I need to get Gene Simmons' solo album because I like it too. I need to take a swig of a drink real quick. I hope I don't wake up with a sore throat tomorrow. Because when my throat starts to feel a little sore, I'll wake up the next day with a full sore throat. So I hope that doesn't happen. Anyways, here is Dynasty. People don't like this album because it's too pop, kind of. Well, my favorite song is a cover song. It's called 2000 Man. And if you don't know who the original singer for the band is, the Rolling Stones. Next we got Hot in the Shade, which is a 80s Kiss album. They were doing some, I don't know. I think it's got Eric Carr on it, which I wish he didn't die, but he was a cool drummer. We got Kiss MTV Unplugged, because I buy the only good MTV Unplugs I know. Next is another live album. I don't know what happened to the cover, but it's you wanted the best, you got the best. Next is Psycho Circus, and it's broken. It's just how it was when I bought it, but it's a great album. I like 2 of the songs on there, but I really need to listen to the others just so I can get into the entire album. Now, another there's more albums I need to show, but I need to finish the Kiss one, so I'm gonna grab those real quick. Then we got the Alive 1 and 2. I'm not gonna open it, but Alive 2's got, I think, a few songs that were just published on here, I'm pretty sure. So I might take a minute so I can get it in there. Alright. Now, this album, I don't know, I found it at a dollar store. I might break it because it sucks. I don't know why I bought it, but it was $1. But I think it's okay, but I don't know why I bought it. I don't even know the band. Heck, I might break it for you in front of you if I want to. What I might do is just throw everything away from it because I don't really like it. Because it's just not my style. You know what? Screw it. I might break it in front of y'all, and this might be the last thing I do in the video. So, because I don't really need it. I thought it was good, but it's not. Next, we got Alice in Chains Unplugged. I need to buy their albums because I really like their albums. But next we got Weezer. This looks kind of the same, but Weezer's better. So next we got Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and also got 2 of Tom Petty's, I think, solo albums. So I'm just trying to be quick so I can smash that real quick, because there ain't no reason for me to buy that, because I found it at Dollar Tree, and for some reason I was like, I want to just try it, because I was just looking through their CDs in the store, and I just saw that sitting there, and I was looking it up on Apple Music so I can see what genre it is, and it said alternative, so I said, why not? And then I was like, it's good, but I was lying to myself. It sucks. It's not as good as the bands I listen to, and it's just complete trash. No wonder it was being sold at the dollar store. Alright, next we got Michael Jackson. I got this on vinyl, I just didn't show it, but it's got Beat It, which's got Eddie Van Halen playing the guitar solo, if you didn't know that. And he's from Van Halen. And then we got Bad. Got for $2, but pretty good price. Now this album was my dad's, I think, but I never knew Michael Jackson made more albums. I never knew, because just like I never knew about Metallica's old albums, there's a lot of stuff I never knew about, but whatever. You learn when you get older. And we got Green Day, Dookie. I need to get American Idiot. I could have bought it not too long ago, but I just didn't, because I didn't want to spend all my money on it, because I mean, it was $5. I mean, so the store I buy most of my stuff is called McKay's. I just tired of saying the store, because it's kind of stupid to just say it was a store. It's my only Soundgarden album. I only know Black Hole Sun. Don't hate on me. I need to listen to more. And then we got this Steve Miller Band. And you know what? I'm just gonna I'm just gonna say we're done here. All I got is just compilations after that. And then we got a tribute to Kiss. And that's about it. So, time to go smash this thing, because it's garbage, so. And what I do before I throw stuff away, I just scratch it up. Because I'm an evil person, and it's not good. But that's about it, so. You know, I want to smash it in half, but you know what? I don't feel like it, and even though I broke it, I might just keep the disc. Because either way, it's not really good, or I just might just throw it away for you. I might show you me throwing it away real quick in my trash can, because it's trash. I don't even know why I picked it up. And every time I had it in my closet, I would just hide it, so ain't no point in me hiding it anymore. So, you know what? Just because I feel like it, I'm gonna break the disc. Or I want to snap it in half, but I don't want to make a mess. So I'll see what I can do with it. So what I'm gonna do is throw it like a frisbee all the way over. So now it's just me doing what I can to ruin this thing so before I throw it away. You want to get it, or just throw it at the wall. And you know it's crap when the thing itself looks like it's broken, even though it's not. That was kind of dumb, but I almost just said, well, it's in there now, when it's not. So, can't even break it. But what I can do is do this. I'm gonna throw it and then throw it away, because there ain't no point, I can't break it. Now, oh yeah, I forgot I got a ring. Oh, and guess what? Now it's scratched up. Oh, I about lost my ring. I shouldn't have done that, but anyways. Oh, I think I know what I can do. I don't know. Just, you know what, let's just throw it away. Ain't no point. And I want to break it, but I don't really feel like it, so. Alright, so that's my collection, and that's my drums, and here's my PS5 back there, and we're done here. And here's my guitar picks if you want to see them. Alright, I'm done.